Hey, glad you're still with us. Let's keep on going and see what else Prism can do. So we very simply laid down one tonal track and one drum track. If you're following immediately from the last video, I changed the chords. So let's see how we might go on and play with the interactions that are offered through Prism, leveraging the chords that we've laid down. And I'm going to do this by introducing you to the Fuse menu. So within Fuse, you have these three options down here: watch, play, and mix. So to introduce all of these functionalities, I'm going to go to track 3, which I've connected with a bass. I can then go back to Fuse. I can select whether I want to watch, play, or mix by tapping the text. I can then press and hold any of the 16 trigs below to select and you can think of it like this sentence: select a track to watch. So I press and hold, and now I'm watching this track. If I go to this sequence, I can see those tracks labeled as a ghost note. I can then go back and go to play, where I can press and hold 2, again, those chords. And now I can't add notes to the sequencer anymore because it's just taking the sequence trigs from the other one, or from the other track. So we can hear that bass running underneath. One thing that I want to call out with the play mode is that play happens before the sequence settings. So much like a fugue machine, you can select another track to play, and then you can go in and change, the speed, you can change the length. Well, those are really it. You can change the length and you can change the speed of the playback separately from its source track. So while this will play for 4 loops, this one would just play for 2. That's just a quick call out. And the last mode that I want to call out in Fuse then is mix, and this is the fun one. So you can select the track that you want to mix from, and then go back to the track, and I'm going to go back to 16. And so now inside the sequencer, you can see a new keypad. This is the tone rhythm keypad. Its focus is on developing and driving groove when you don't have to think about the steps that are involved with note intervals. Basically, you just lay down your notes as though it was a keypad, or as though it was a drum machine. Watch what happens when I press play. Oh, let's keep it just 1 bar. So you can maybe start, well, I started to pick the latter one, but you can start to hear that. What mix mode is doing is it's taking the notes from the track that I've selected as the source, and it's playing them to the rhythm that I'm laying out in this sequence. I can even take it further by entering this bell mode, which takes me into the tone section of the tone rhythm mode. And from there, I can select to just play specific notes from the chord. So now I'll play the first note, and then the third. And that's the mix mode. I think this one's really fun and you can use it all over the place. So jumping back to Fuse, you have a few other options, including a random gate. And this all happens, after these watch, play, and mix settings. You have a random gate to cut out notes. You have a note gate that you can drag to select only a few notes to continue forward. You can choke, reducing or increasing the length of the note. You have a harmonizer, which has all kinds of cool tools attached to it, but I'll do a separate video on that. And then you have some MIDI filters that allow you to raise the steps up and down, or take just a specific note. And you can take anywhere from 1 to 8 of the notes, and you can select to do low, mid, alternating, or high. All right, that's the Fuse menu. It's a really powerful way for you to start interlacing your tonal tracks and to create interesting harmonies and rhythms from those components. Come back next time and we'll take a look at ARPs. Thanks.